Leo. I'm the Scorpio Stellium. How are you doing? We're going to take a look at your predictions for the week of October 18th. As you know, I actually teach while I do my readings, so you will get a little tarot lesson, some astrology in there too, and your message for what you need to hear right now is at the end in a pick a card format. So let's jump in and see what we got for you, Leo. Heavens to Betsy. Okay, you're going to turn some good stuff, bad stuff into some good stuff, I think. All right, let's talk about it. So we move chronologically through the week. So we begin at the beginning, we work down towards the end. So we've got, first of all, the Tower. How can I ever make the Tower a good thing? Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you how it turns into a good thing. The Tower is associated with Mars. You're never going to forget Mars because I'm going to tell you how to remember it. Mars is how you fuck and how you fight. Your Mars in your chart is your engine in your car. It is how you go after what you want, but it's also the warrior planet. So it often goes in like a wrecking ball and tears everything down in your life. It levels you. It is about humility, and it sucks big time. I am not going to pull any punches about it. It just sucks. And it's how you start your week off. It's like, whoa, what just happened? Reverse Four of Cups is next to it. It's a wake-up call, honestly, for you. It's where normally the Tower is very difficult. This is actually, like I said, I'm not going to make it a good thing because it's not an easy thing, but it is what you need. It is a wake-up call for you. The Four of Cups is upright, that card where you're just like, poor me, everything stinks in my life, and I don't like anything, and I'm bored. Okay, but it's reversed here. So it's saying that this is a wake-up call for you. This is a time where you go, okay, I'm not going to sit here having a pity party anymore. I'm going to go and make a plan for how I'm going to change my life for the better, which is exactly what we see next to it in the Three of Wands. This is the Sun in Aries. Aries is initiating energy. So the sun shining on, illuminating and lighting up Aries, this initiating energy is when we go out there and we go after what we want. So I told you, this is like pushing you into something better. The Two of Pentacles reverse is next to this. Okay, it feels like it's a lot to manage. That's what the Two of Pentacles is about when we're like trying to manage something. We've got a lot going on. We're trying to figure out what we prioritize. And when it's upright, we're just barely keeping it all together because it is Jupiter, the greater benefic, the bestower of all things lovely, that planet that is expansive. It's in Capricorn, so expanding everything in our life. Particularly, if I can get around that word, particularly in finance and job and money, in what our mundane kind of responsibilities are. We're juggling all the things, but it's reversed here. So it's like kind of hard to juggle all the things right now. Maybe you went a little overkill on the Three of Wands. I don't know. A little difficult to manage all of the things, but you have something you want to create. That's what I'm seeing here. You have something that you're wanting to put energy into with the Empress. The Empress is fertile ground. She is creative. She's ruled by, or associated with, I should say, Venus, which is the lesser benefic. Okay, so there's two benefic, really good planets, and that's Jupiter and Venus. Venus is the bringer of love. It's the bringer of money. It's the bringer of beauty and creativity. And so there is, right in the middle of your week, the Empress, who is wanting to expand things beautifully in your life, who's bringing creative energy in. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I have sown something. I am putting my energy into it. Soon I know it's going to pay off. So it looks like you're making some plans this week. And you're not just like building some castle in the sky. It's like you're going to make some real legitimate plans that you think are going to pay off. And despite the catastrophe that things have started with, you're turning this into something good and something abundant, something you can really do things with. So the Seven of Pentacles is associated with Saturn and Taurus. So let me just explain. Saturn is the greater malefic. It is the planet that brings more difficulty. However, Saturn has a good side to it. And the good side to Saturn is it's when we put our nose to the grindstone and we do the work that's needed to bring about the abundance that we want. And that's what this Seven of Pentacles interpretation is here for you. Down towards the end here, we have the reversed King of Wands. All right, so this is a very, very Leo card. I mean, it is right smack dab in the middle of Leo season because it's timing association. If you want timing associations, head over to my website and I have a free ebook that gives you all of this information that I'm kind of sharing as I'm reading. But it's time association is right in the middle of Leo season, but he's reversed here, okay? So this I feel is your energy where you are feeling not quite as powerful, not quite as confident as you want to be for all the work that you're doing. It's that there's a little bit of self-doubt, honestly, is how I'm feeling it for you. It's just you're like, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to create something. I'm going to do something about my situation, but is it really going to pay off? Am I good enough? Those are the questions that you're wrestling with, but you do get out of your own head. Thank goodness you're going to get out of your own head here because the Eight of Swords reverse is telling me that you will. You're not going to let that mental thought process control you. The Eight of Swords is when we are stuck in our own head and we think that there's nothing we can do about something. And it's not true. We can completely get ourselves out of that position, that spot that we've got in that we don't like. But it's reversed. So you are getting out of it. You know, you're like, okay, I'm not going to limit myself with these beliefs that probably aren't even true. I'm not going to limit myself with my self-doubt and negative self-talk. You're probably going to have a moment of that towards the end of the week or some point during the week, but you're not going to end on that note. You're not going to let it control you. The Four of Wands is what we end with. This is celebration. So it looks like we moved very quickly from difficult energy. I mean, you really are taking something, you know, like you're making, what's the expression? You're taking the lemons and you're making lemonade this week. That's what you're doing. The Four of Wands is the celebration. It's like, yes, I knew I could do this. I knew I could get through this. And now I'm like, here I am. I've arrived. So it is Venus in Aries is the astrological association with it. Okay, Venus, remember, is the minor benefic. It's always bringing love and beauty and harmony and all those gorgeous things. It's in Aries, so it's something new. Aries being the first sign, the initiating energy. So we do have something new changing. We have something new coming in. We have a call to celebrate this week. Now, I think that as far as the kind of people that you're going to be dealing with, I think that this week is going to be a lot about you, quite frankly. But if you are dealing with some other signs, there's a lot of Aries energy in this. There's a lot of Taurus energy in this. And there is a little bit of Capricorn, Gemini energy here. But primarily, I think this week is about you and what you set out to achieve. Let's go ahead and clarify some of this. Now, clarifications are not to change the meaning of the cards. They're to give us some more information about them. And sometimes they show what's going on underneath the surface that's not so easily seen. Let's clarify the Tower. You know I got to do it. Having a card that strong starting out the week, we are going to have to clarify that. Remember what I said Mars is? It's how we... I'll let you fill in the blank. Okay. We're going to take these. Okay, so clarified by the reverse Three of Coins and the Sun. Some of you may be struggling with job issue this week. Some of you are going to have that as your challenge. Not all of you. It can be just a struggle with teamwork and getting everybody to come together and collaborate and be on the same page. But some of you, it's going to be a struggle having to do with your career or your job with the Three of Pentacles. It does have that association. It's reversed here. It's usually about, when it's upright, about being recognized for your hard work. And it's a lot of times it's getting promotions, but here it's reversed. So this is something to consider, but it is also clarified by the Sun. That's really interesting, having such a difficult card like the Tower clarified by something that is so beautiful and abundant like the Sun, because the Sun is about joy and happiness and completion, getting all those things that we wanted, feeling like content and just happy. It's just happy. So it seems like despite this bad stuff that's going on, you're finding a way, like I said, to make lemonade out of lemons. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Three of Wands, the plans that you're making here. the Empress. I always laugh because I do these clarifications, and in every reading, it's like the main cards somewhere when I do my clarifications, they repeat. So we have the Empress again, okay? And let me just tell you a little thing with tarot is it pulls numerology into it too. That's what's so gorgeous about tarot, is that it pulls so many systems in it. There's so many ways to see the cards. And this is, the Empress is associated with 3. It's the 3rd card in the major arcana. Technically it's the 4th because the Fool is 0, and so it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, but it has a 3 on it, okay? Just hear me out. So it's 3, okay? Here's the Empress again. Of course, still 3, and then the 3 of Wands is what we're clarifying. So what are you creating? What are you looking for? What plan are you making? Well, you're going to be creating something. I mean, it's like you are either planning a business, or you are figuring out a way to expand your business, or you're a content creator, or you are actually an artist or a musician. So you may be using this time where things didn't work out the way that you wanted to make something on your own. You're like, okay, I can't obviously rely on other people, so I'm going to make this what I want it to be. Let's clarify the reverse 2 of Pentacles, because this does feel like it's a bit overwhelming for you at some point. Like you just can't prioritize everything. You just can't do everything. Now I'm going to take this whole fistful of cards that I dropped. I'll take that one though. Okay, clarified by the 9 of Swords. So there is some anxiety there, feeling like you can't be the yes person. You can't say yes to everything. And this time, this is going to be a time to focus on you. And if you don't do that, it's going to create anxiety, which is the 9 of Swords, which is Mars and Gemini, because we're applying too much force to the mental process. But this is going to be a time that you're going to have to scale some things back. You're going to have to say no to some tasks. You're going to have to delegate other tasks. All right, lastly, let's clarify this 4 of Pentacles. This 4 of Wands. It's so beautiful here at the end of the spread. It's this call for celebration. Clarified with the 3 of Wands. Y'all see what I'm saying? Here's the 3 of Wands. Okay, here's the 3 of Wands. Okay, it's just all going back and around. I'm going to stop clarifying because it's going to just keep repeating the same message. It's like, yes, you get the message. We're going to quit telling it to you because you get the message. You get the idea. So the 3 of Wands, again, when we're planning for something in the future, it's like maybe starting a business or starting a blog or creating or whatever it is. It's all of that energy that we're putting out into something brand new, and it's already paying off this week. Okay, it's like we go from shitty to feeling awesome, like our plans are working. It's great. It's great reading. All right, Leo. Let's look at your message from the divine. I'm going to let you do this and pick a card. This is what you need to know this week. One message will resonate. One will be for you. Now, you may get value from all 3. That's fine. But remember, one message is particularly for you. So you don't need to double dip. Just choose one card. What you need to hear right now. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. If you need to pause and think about which one is yours, that's cool, but here I am, I'm going for it. So the card 1 is the 3 of Waters, which is the same as the 3 of Cups. This is telling you that you have friendship, you have support around you, especially coming from women in your life that are going to be there and be your tribe and be on your side. So reach out for that support as you need it. But it's a great card for telling you that whatever you desire to make manifest, you can totally do that this week. The time is ripe for it. The second card is the Apprentice of Stakes. It's the same card essentially as different decks name things differently. This is like the Page of Swords. So this is saying communicate. That's the primary goal right now. Send the messages that you need to send. Write the emails that you need to write. Text the people that you need to talk to, but there's communication going on here and you need to be the initiator of it. So the message that you need to hear is not be silent. Don't be silent. Okay, the third one is the 2 of Wheels. This is the same as the 2 of Pentacles. We saw this in our other reading. It was actually, did we see it twice? I feel like we saw it twice. We saw a lot of things twice. So the Two of Wheels here is finding the right balance. Okay, that's the message here. Don't be overwhelmed. Prioritize, create the balance that you need in your life, and say no to the things that you can't do this week, because you're one person. And if you're going to make these beautiful things happen, you're going to have the time carved out to do it. Okay. You have a great week, Leo. I'll see you again next week.